All right, so we're gonna be recording some shit, just doing some test over here. We got the RGB going on. We got the light coming out me. It's at night, right? So we're just gonna talk like this, so we can get everything in frame. The RGB light here, the RGB lights there, the other RGB light right there. My note-taking app. My note-taking device, if I need to look at notes. We got the iPad, right in front of me, right there. I mean, the setup kind of looked legit. I mean, I don't know, man. Got the mic right in front of me so you can hear me perfectly. It doesn't got to be like right in my mouth like this because it's going to sound like I'm eating the microphone. So you want to stay at least about six or so inches from the mic. It's good. It's off frame just a tad, but during my talking or whatever, I like to throw my arms around and do some shit like this. So probably not a good idea to put the iPad here. Might want to put it over here, in front of me. Shit. My desk is a fucking travesty. You can't see what's on this desk, but it looks like there's random shit all over it. Let me just tell you what's all over this shit. We got like it's ridiculous. So I'm not even going to tell you what's on this desk, but everything else looks pretty clean as far as the background looks pretty legit. So we're just gonna put I don't know, iPad looks, put it over here so it looks like it's out of sight. I don't know. I like to talk with my hands a lot, so if I'm going to put my iPad here, then I can't talk with my hands like this. It's just not gonna work. Or instead of just using my iPad for notes, I'll just have to memorize what I'm going to talk about. So whatever. I mean, I can still put it right in front of me. It kind of puts it off frame so you can't see the RGB light right there. I don't know if you really give a fuck about that, because you got some RGB. You got RGB everywhere in this motherfucker, on the wall. These three lights here. You got this guy right here changing colors periodically. But if I put it, there we go. Perfect. There. Right. There you go. Perfect. It's out of frame. I can still see it. I can still use it. Beautiful. There you go. We're figuring this all out, just bullshitting with you, figuring things out, see how I'm going to frame everything so I can go back to this particular video and do everything the way it's supposed to be done. Shooting this with a cell phone camera, the Samsung Z Fold 4. I know the Z Fold 5 is out, but I do not give a flying fuck about that phone because it's literally the same phone. Like Samsung. All right, this is going to go on a tangent rant right here. This is what I like to talk about. Just random tangents of bullshit that I just either in the news, like I don't even know. I'm just going to call this the random podcast. I don't fucking know. But the thing with Samsung is they're iPhoning their shit. Like they're eating the asshole of Apple. They're following Apple. Like Samsung used to be the innovator of cell phones, which, okay, they kind of are innovating because Apple has not made a folding phone. And for the past 4 or 5 years, Samsung has made 5 folding phones. 5. 19, 20, 22, 23. Yeah. Since 2019, they've made 5 folding phones. How many folding phones has Apple made? Cricket. Oh, that's right. Not a goddamn one. Pixel. Google has gone into this space now and has released a fucking folding phone. The Pixel Fold. Now, granted, That motherfucker's a hell of a lot of money. It's like $1,700, and ain't nobody got money for that shit. But Samsung has the same exact price for their Samsung Fold. It's about to say $1,700, $1,800, which is ludicrous. Yes, because why is it ludicrous? Yeah, that's because it's $1,800. But no one's ever going to pay that. No one's ever going to pay the retail price, okay? No one's paying the retail price of that motherfucker because you take your Samsung Galaxy, your other phones, your Note. I got a Note 20. Oh, no, that's not a Note 20. I fucked that phone up. I don't know what happened because one day that screen just didn't turn on. The screen just didn't turn on. Like at the time I wanted to, of course this would happen to me. At the time I wanted to trade my Note 20 in to get like $950 for it to get the folding phone. Just didn't work. Like a week before I was going to get it, it just dead. Just didn't fucking work. I'm like, are you shitting me right now? Just didn't work. Just didn't work. Screen just flat out died. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I tried to take the shit apart. Let me see this shit. Yeah, this thing's all fucked up. This is the wireless charging thing that's in it. On top of trying to take it apart, right? On top of trying to take this apart, the little teeny tiny fucking screws that you try to get out with like the smallest screwdriver. Oh, I stripped them. Why did I strip them? Samsung likes to put Loctite. You know, for y'all motherfuckers that don't know what Loctite is, it's a fucking glue that they put in a screw. Who puts glue in a screw? Like, who? Why would you put glue in a fucking screw? That's the most anti-consumer thing you could possibly do. Hey, we don't want you to take apart your cell phone, so we're going to put glue in the screws to make it even more difficult to take apart your phone because, fuck it. I didn't know that because who would know that? Been taking apart a cell phone, you got little screws in there, you can just take them out. Who knows that there's who would have known that? Like, anyway, I stripped the fucking screws here because I was going to take out, I don't know what you put this, but these are little flaps that you take out for the screen, and I thought that I could take them apart and just put them back in because I thought maybe a cable was loose for the screen. That's why the screen wasn't turning on. But that was not the case. I plugged them back in, turned the phone back on. I feel it vibrate. It turned back on. It turned back on, but I just didn't. It just didn't work. I guess the screen is just bad. It's just totally fucked. Fuck it. Anyway, let me get back to my trade-in deal. So I was gonna trade that in for $950. So I still got fucked in the deal because I had to buy the phone again off of Amazon for like $400. The phone itself is worth like $1,100 brand new. So I got it used for Samsung's, or not Samsung's, Amazon has like this renewed deal where you can buy renewed phones. So I got the phone in the mail. It should look brand fucking new. Like ain't nobody, like this phone was used for like testing purposes and then just gave it back in. It looked brand fucking new. Like there's no way this phone was used for more than like a month tops. So anyway, I get that phone, traded it in, got my $950, which is minus the $450. So I still got fucked. So I ended up really paying like what? $1,300 for this fucking phone. It was like $1,800, some shit like that. I don't know. I'm not good at math. Who gives a fuck? I just got fucked in the deal because, of course, my phone doesn't just. I bought the phone and it just didn't work. Just didn't work. Anyway, but that's besides the point. So this is the kind of bullshit that I'm just gonna randomly tangent talk about and stuff like that. I'll talk about random tech things. I'll talk about random things that just happened to me in my personal life and in my, work life. I'll talk about dumb shit like that happens at work. I don't know. If you don't know anything about me or don't know my struggles in tech, anyone I talk to on a daily basis knows that I'm the anti-tech person. When tech floats my way into my existence in my hands, just doesn't work. I'm like Raiden or some shit. Like it'll just zap and not work. Like I swear to fucking God, the randomest shit happens. Talk to any of my friends who are in tech. Just anything I touch that's electronic, it just ceases to work. I swear to God, just the random things that happen to me when I just touch it, even in my professional life, working, just random things happen to me that I'll speak to someone, I'm like, never seen this before. And they'll have some random bullshit problem that even I haven't seen. And I'm like trying to figure out how to fucking get the shit to work. It's like, how do I Google something like this? Like so I have to get on the phone with some of my colleagues, be like, hey, bruh, you seen this shit before? They'll be like, man, I ain't seen that. I don't know what the fuck. So we try a whole bunch of shit and it just don't work. Like this one time, I still haven't gotten this to work. So check this out. So there's this dude. I gave him a new laptop, right? And he had software on this old laptop where it wasn't him. It was this lady. I gave her a new laptop and she needs access to the cameras, right? And there's a camera system there that we do not manage. We don't manage the cameras. It's another company that manages the cameras. But the software to install is relatively easy. You install the fucking software and you just install it, and then there's like the IP address, and you just put that in, and it's good to go, right? The laptop that I gave her was a better laptop than the previous laptop I gave her, okay? The previous laptop was shittier. It worked on that laptop. The brand new laptop, which has a better processor, more RAM, everything's better, and it doesn't work on this fucking version. I put in everything, it just doesn't work. Don't work. Don't know why. And this is me setting it up. I have no idea how the fuck this happens. Like I'm plugging in the correct server address. It wasn't an IP address. It was a server address that it points to talk to it. And it connects to the server, but then like you have to like drag and drop the camera information. It's like, here are the cameras, and then you have to drag the cameras into the box, and then you can see all the cameras. Sort of like a security type of thing, right? But as soon as you drag what camera you want into these boxes, boom, motherfucker just crashes. I'm like, what the fuck? This is the newest version of the software. So I'm like, okay, all right. Maybe we'll try a previous version of the software. Boom, put it in, crashes. Doesn't fucking work. I'm just like, what the fuck? So I try a previous version before that previous version, right? 2 versions below the current version. That didn't work. So then I found on their website, I go to the website that this software is at, and there was like a newer version than the version that we were using, because I thought that was the newest version. So I downloaded the latest version. It still doesn't work. Fucking installed it, did the same shit, drag and drop, it just fucking crashes. I'm like, you've got to be shitting me. I don't know what to do here. But the thing is, when you installed it for the first time, a pop-up comes up and tells you the minimum requirements that are needed for this software. Neither one of those 2 computers that we had this installed on doesn't meet those requirements. It wants like 16 gigs of RAM with some other fucking processor and shit. That's what they wanted. And I'm like, well, what the fuck? This software ran perfectly on this other laptop that only had 8 gigs of RAM and a lesser processor. This laptop, I think, has like 12 gigs of RAM, some shit like that. I don't know. It's a newer laptop, has more gigs than the previous version, right? And the processor is obviously better. And I'm just like, why doesn't this work? So between me and another tech, we tried the shit. And I told him my whole story, like whatever fucking, I told him all the shit. And he's just like, dude, I don't know what the fuck. Because he set this up before on this lady's computer previously. No problem. Like her old computer. All right. So it's like, I just don't get it. So since the company, that's their shit to deal with. We're just being nice, installing it on their computer so they can have it. We're just, we don't even support that software, but we're being Mr. Nice Guy, installing it for them to see if it works, because it's kind of a gray area whether or not that's our job or not. It kind of is, since we're supporting the laptop. We kind of have to install all the software that was needed for that. But anyway, so we just we're like, fuck it. Call the guy who supports the camera shit. So he can come in and we can log in, and he can log into the computer and he can find out what the fuck's going on, because I'm not the expert in the software here. All I know is we installed the shit, put the server address in there, drag and drop the box so your cameras come up, but the entire software crashes every single time, no matter what version of software you use. It's really fucked. Still to this day, don't know what's going on. Next week, we're going to have to find out what's going on, because dude's going to be there. And I'm just going to be like, hey, buddy, why don't you go ahead and try that? See what happens. Yeah, I bet you that guy's going to be mind-boggled too. Anyway. I don't know, man. Just everything's all fucked up when it comes to, technology. In my personal life, I can't, everything just randomly doesn't work. And just, so in my job, right, I want to get like certified, or I want to understand how, security systems work. It's not security systems. The fuck am I talking about? Information security, and be certified for IT security, because that's where it's at right now. If you can be like certified in, technology, information technology and all that type of shit, you make like $100K at least, because you have to know like getting hacked and shit like that. Your shit's got to be secure so shit like this doesn't happen. But anyway, my coworker gave me this link to sign up for that will give you free tests. I sign up for free and they give you free tests. And this will get you ready for the actual certifications, where you can take the certification and, there's sort of like the same kind of questions and whatnot. So it's like, they'll give you information about it and you can take a test, blah, 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 whatever. But the sign up portion, okay, the sign up, just the sign up alone, putting in my information, put in my address, my email, all my personal information so that they can give me the test and I can download it. The very last step, accept our terms and conditions and some other shit that I have to click OK on. I can't do it. The box is like grayed out for me to check and has a star next to it. And that's what you have to click to hit next. So I just, without clicking, I'm just like hit next. Oh, you have to click the box, but I can't click the box because it's grayed out. I'm like, okay, all right, man. Well, let me try a different browser. This is on my phone. It's made for a cell phone. The website is for a cell phone. It's not like you're looking at this weird formatted, that's the word I'm looking for. It's formatted for a fucking mobile device to fill out all the information. Now, I have ad blockers and security shit blocked. So on my web browser, for my mobile web browser, like everything's blocked, like fucking cookies, a whole bunch of shit, ad blockers, all that type of shit is on my browser, so I never see any of that shit when browsing. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe that's the reason why I'm not being able to click on this shit. So I open up the most basic web browser that's compatible everywhere. Edge browser through Microsoft. The worst browser ever. I have it installed for purposes just like this. In case websites don't work and they're all fucked up, I open up Edge. It's not modified, no add-ons, nothing like that. It's just vanilla Edge. All right? So, load that up. Copy and paste the website. Log back in, because my login actually worked because I created a login. So, we go ahead, log in, go through the whole shit, fill out my information that I need to like get onto the last page. What do you know? Can't click it. I can't click the thing that I needed to click. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. All right, man, I'm fucking done for today. I'll go, maybe this whole security things are like, hey, buddy, we know you're using an Android phone. Androids ain't secure. You're a fucking idiot. This is security. Androids aren't secure, motherfuckers. So we're just gonna, boom. We're just gonna block your ass because you're using an Android phone, tough guy. So I'm just gonna try. I'm just gonna go like tomorrow. Just go on a computer and just do it. I'm gonna use Edge. Because I use Firefox. There's a whole bunch of bullshit add-ons that I use to block a whole bunch of cookies, fucking add-on ads and all that type of shit. I just block all this shit. So I'm just going to use a vanilla Edge, see if it works. And if it doesn't work, I don't know what to do. Anyway, this is a 23-minute video. Probably way the fuck too long for anyone to even give a fuck about. But anyway, this is what these videos are going to be, just rambling on about bullshit. All right, well, I'm just going to end it there because this is just freestyle, right? I had nothing written down. I literally had nothing written down. This was just like to test the setup to see, what it was going to be like. Anyway, like, subscribe, and if you like what you see, let me the fuck know. All right, deuces.